Take a moment right here, feeling like it's out gear, driving towards the sun.
Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with Cookie Pirate. Today we're flying the Cirrus SR22 out of Fort Pierce, Florida, up over to Tampa. It's going to be about a 41-minute flight. We're going at 14,000 feet. And the tracker is saying it's 118 miles. So climb aboard, let's go flying. Yo, Dino Dukes, what's going on, man? Good to see ya. And if I need to adjust the music or my own volume or anything, just let me know. Alright, here we are, loaded in. Just got 2024 Flight Sim a week ago. Alright, man, yeah, we're gonna have to fly together. That's awesome. How do you like it so far? Oh boy, a lot of vehicles. This is a little bit concerning. Alright, let's get the battery switches on. Oh! Very important that I get my joystick and plug it in. I'm not really looking to fly with a mouse and keyboard. Alright, let's do that there. It's great, definitely an upgrade from 2020. Yeah, 100%. I'm just doing 2020 because it's actually easier for me at the moment. Okay, yeah, those are working well. Alright, let me zoom in here, initialize that. CDI to GPS. Gonna set 14,000, perfect. Bump that up to 110. There we go. Nav on, VNav on. Let's go ahead. Nav and strobe lights on. Alright. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, there we go. Okay. What HOTA system you got? Oh, I've actually got the Velocity 1 flight stick from Turtle Beach. So, something basic. I've thought about upgrading a little bit later on. Alright, so the mixture is going to go full rich. The boost pump is on. We're going to go full throttle. I'll pull it back. Ooh, sorry about the spike there. Pull it back and bump it just a little bit forward. Oh, man. Sorry, getting the hiccups all of a sudden. Alright, one more quick check here. Clear left, clear right, clear head. He'll move back once we get the engine started, so we're good. Clear! Alright, engine is started. Oil pressure is immediately up into the green. Temperature is, yep, beginning to rise, so we're looking good there. Gonna pull back on the power just a little bit. It's a was not supposed to be going on. Should I do the same flight? You can if you want. I don't know what was going on with that there. Alright, alternator switches on. We've got positive amperage on the battery there. We'll go ahead and bump the avionics. Those will take a minute to initialize. Alright, sorry, I had to check up on something real quick. Alright, we've got all of that initialized, so we're looking pretty good here. I'm actually going to go ahead and do the run-up right here on the ramp, which is not something I normally do, but I kind of want to get it out of the way. So what we're going to do with the parking brake set is we're going to bump the throttle up to... a little bit more. We're looking for 17. Oh, come back. Back a touch there. Looking for 1700 RPMs. That was a little bit high. Come on. Trying some real fine precision adjustment right there. Alright, that is close enough. We're going to go ahead and cycle the magnetos. We're going to turn to the left magneto. It's a drop of 50, so that's pretty good. Back to both. And it goes back up. Now we'll check the right. Good. Back to both. Engine instruments are all in the green. No warnings, errors, cautions, anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and pull back. Idle power. I'm going to drop the flaps to half. And we're going to go out the cockpit and check all of the flight controls. So the flaps on each side are confirmed down at half. Rudder is good. Ailerons are good. Elevator was good, and then now the ailerons. The last thing we checked. So we're looking pretty good right there. And let's go ahead and pull up the map just to look and see the layout of the airport. Let's get the weather. Treasure Coast. Alright, 130 at 12 knots. So I think that means we're actually going to want to take probably runway 14. 10 miles of visibility, clear skies, 26 Celsius, 30.02 on the altimeter is set, so we're good there. And if we pull the map up and take a look, we're basically going to be coming out here and going up this taxiway all the way to here. And then we'll turn onto the runway there for takeoff. What we actually could do is even take that curve right there. Could take an intersection. So we've got some options. Alright. Well, one quick check. Clear left, clear right, and clear ahead. Let's go ahead and release the parking brake and taxi out. I bumped that up just a little bit. Oh boy, lots of vehicles moving around. Look at all of them! Where's this fuel truck going? Hopefully not in our way. Or not too much in our way. Oh good, he's stopping right there. Flammable! No kidding. Alright, so here we go out on the taxiway. And we're just gonna follow this up a ways. Oh, there goes a fuel truck across the runway. And a taxiway light in the middle. And another one! Oh boy, welcome to Microsoft Flight Sim, folks. Come on now. Get out of the way, man. Beep, 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 beep. Watch, our wingtip is probably gonna hit him anyway. It's so good that they, yeah. So good they don't render collisions. Oh man. Just absolutely bonkers. Alright, let's come up here. We could take that intersection right there, but yeah, we'll just come up a little bit further. It's actually a relatively small airport. The real control tower is not anywhere near that large, but it does look impressive. Alright, we'll come up to here and take this intersection. So, clear. And we'll turn out onto here. Alright, we already did our run-up. So what we'll do real quick is just set the parking brake and check a couple final items. So we'll turn the autopilot on. Nav mode is on. The airport has a second runway in 2024. Oh, it's actually got 3. Should have 3. So you've got 10 right, 28 left, and you've got 1, 4, 3, 2, and then up here you have 10 left, which is like a little small like pattern. I have actually flown into this airport in the real world. Really beautiful down here, actually. We get the town of Fort Pierce and then Port St. Lucie a little bit further to the south. You get the intracoastal waterway, which actually gets pretty wide. Didn't see the others on the map. Oh, that's all good. I just wasn't focused on it. Alright. Well, we'll set that, and we'll actually turn that on if we need to. Flaps are confirmed at half. Mixture is full rich. Boost pump is on. We are good to go. Let's actually go ahead and turn the landing light on. Release the parking brake. Clear left. Oh yeah, somebody's zipping across the runway. Alright, you've got 30 seconds, because when I get lined up and start taking off, you better be out of my way. Beep, 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 beep. I wish I had a horn on this plane. Alright, let's turn here and get lined up. Alright, hold on. Hold on! Get off the runway! I can never resist. Oh man. Alright. Fire truck. Oh gosh, no, we got another one coming up ahead. Alright, second time today. Get off the runway! Wait, no, he's driving toward us. Oh no. What a disaster. Alright, finally he clears. Alright, moment of truth, here we go. Full power. Engine instruments look good. Release the brakes. Airspeed is alive, we're looking for 77 knots. There's 60. 70. 70s. Oh my gosh! Did you see that? Like, bro, get off the freaking runway. Right in front of me. Moron. Alright, positive rate, we brought the flaps up. We won't start a turn until we get to about 800 feet. And then what we're actually gonna do, is cycle a right turn. Yeah, but we're looking pretty good right here. Alright, let's go ahead and begin the turn. That's 800. Can actually go ahead and engage the autopilot.
Engaging autopilot.
Oh, we're getting a little steep in the bank right there. That's not a huge deal. We can turn the landing light off. Man, that was just absolutely ridiculous. I mean, that vehicle crossed right in front of us. Just like completely rogue. Alright, now that we've got 2,000 feet, we're going to go ahead and just pull the power back a little bit. I'm going to try to get 30.5 on the manifold pressure. And there we go, right there, perfect. Now I'm going to lean the mixture until we get about 20 gallons per hour on the fuel flow. There we go, 89%. So we are actually set up for cruise climb Ridge of Peak. And we're looking pretty good, so all we need to do now is just sit back, relax, and enjoy. 20 Celsius up here at 2,500 feet, 2,600. And let's just grab a look down here. So we're actually flying pretty much right back above the airport. And then you've got the town of Fort Pierce. Down here is Port St. Lucie, a bit larger community. You've got I-95 right here. You've got the Intracoastal Waterway, and then Beachside, and then, of course, the Atlantic Ocean. If you were to look up this way, you'd be looking over toward Vero Beach, which we actually may be able to pick up. Yep, there's Vero Beach Airport. Piper aircraft are actually manufactured, I believe, there. I think they used to be, at least. Further up, you'd have Melbourne, Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, all of that good stuff. There's really not going to be too much to see out over this way, but we may get a really good view of Lake Okeechobee. And then we may get a glimpse of Sebring and the Sebring racetrack. Anybody interested in motorsports? What's the cruise altitude for the Cirrus? It can cruise as high as 25,000 feet. That's the service ceiling. But I almost never take it up there. For shorter flights, I tend to go 14, 15, 16,000, and then for longer ones, I'll go maybe 20, 21,000. I'm gonna get up for a minute and do a couple things, but that's the great thing about autopilot and a wireless flight sim headset. Works out really well, actually. I love the SR22, it's one of my favorite planes. And here we go, 10 Celsius at 6,000 feet. Our route today is taking us right across the state of Florida. So here we are over on the Atlantic side of Fort Pierce. And we're going west, a little bit northwest. So we'll be flying up over this way. So you will get a good view off to our left of Lake Okeechobee. Here's Sebring. And then we're going to be going right in over to Tampa. So you get a good view of the Gulf Coast. And the peninsula right here, Clearwater, St. Petersburg. Actually get a good view of downtown Tampa. We might get a view of Busch Gardens for you theme park lovers. Coming in over this way. So what we'll probably end up doing is flying up this way and coming in, or coming in this way depending on the wind. We get a view of Lakeland. It's flat, but there's some pretty stuff to see. And we get a really cool, cool sunset today. So. Alright, 14,000 feet, and we're up at 8,000 right now, so we got a little ways to go. But our aircraft performance is actually pretty decent today. Now if I get back up and finish a little bit of dishes. Man, it really is good to be back flying. I've been wanting to do this for quite a while. And I definitely need to get Flight Sim 24 set up so I can enjoy that with you all. It's just setting that one up is much more difficult. But once you have it set, you're good to go. Alright, we've got an annunciator. Probably going to be pitot heat. Yeah, pitot heat. The temperature's down to 3 Celsius, so let's go ahead and bump that. We actually have a bit of glare from the sun, so what you can do is... Well, okay, that wasn't as much help as I thought it was gonna be. You dropped the sunshade. But yeah. Oh well. Alright, and I'm gonna go ahead and lean the mixture just a little bit more. Keep that at 20.0. Yep, 1 Celsius. We're not going through any visible moisture. So we're gonna be okay. There's Lake Okeechobee right there. It's a pretty large lake. It's actually very shallow in its entirety. If you look, all of that right down there. And over the rest of Florida, you've got Stewart, which is actually just just south of Port St. Lucie, and Jupiter. Further down here, you've got Palm Beach, West Palm Beach. You've got Fort Myers over here. Down here is going to be Naples, Fort Lauderdale, Miami right down here. Coming up over here, Punta Gorda, Sarasota, and then Tampa. Orlando would be up here. Cape Canaveral, Cocoa Beach, and then you're moving up more toward North Florida there. Alright, here we go. We're leveling off at our cruise altitude, 14,000 feet. Relatively short flight. The flight tracker was saying it was going to be, I think, 41 minutes. And we're just going to leave our power and mixture settings where they are. -2 up here at altitude. Get some nice fresh air. And just a quick view around. Hey, now that we're leveled off, actually, I bet if we drop this... it covers half of the sun. Oh my gosh. What luck. Strawberry Jam, what's going on, man? Lake Okeechobee over there again. And then you look up that way. Oh. Hang on, gotta shuffle up the music a little bit. I need to get my playlist set back up. And if you look, yeah, back up that way, you're gonna see kind of Vero Beach, Valkyria, ultimately Melbourne up that direction. Let me just grab a look outside real quick here. A lot of forests. Yeah, that's Vero Beach Airport right there. And of course the town or city of Vero Beach. It's a little tough to make out, but this over here is Melbourne. And Cocoa Beach, gonna be right over here. And then Cape Canaveral, looks like there's a little bit of mist or fog. Or just a thin layer of clouds. With Sam pretty matched up with you right now. Where are you flying? Are you in the SR22 as well? Cirrus. Well, I would take it the SR22. I mean, of course, they have the Vision Jet, which is actually a really fun plane to fly, but it is pretty complicated. Alright, this is saying 30 minutes to go. Yeah, 14,000 feet. The flight tracker said 41 minutes, and it took... did it take 10 minutes to take off? Probably. Now we are supposed to get a little bit of a headwind. The wind's aloft. Oh yeah, look at that. That's actually worse than what was predicted. So our true airspeed is 199, and we're only doing 183 over the ground. Wow. Okay, that's where the impact is right there. So this is probably going to end up being more about a 47-minute flight, probably. Let me change that there. 183. Yeah, about 46 minutes. Okay. Not too much different. But so be it. I do plan on doing another flight later tonight. Probably go back up to one of my favorite places to fly, up in Alaska. It's actually pretty nice up there. I mean, it's starting to get warm by Alaska standards. And relatively clear skies throughout most of the state, so maybe we'll find a good place to fly up there. We'll see where we can go. I had to get up and do a couple things, sorry. Yeah, so Okeechobee's behind us, but coming up over here we might actually get a glimpse, a view of Sebring. It's going to be pretty far off to our left though, so I'm not sure how well we'll be able to make it out, but the racetrack is around here too. Before I forget, let's go ahead and switch that. We can actually turn the boost pump off. And let's see what we can view out over that direction. It's, I think with the glow of the sun and the little bit of haze. Wait! That actually might be it right there. The racetrack and the airport. I am not 100% sure of that, but based on looking at the map and everything, that actually does look pretty plausible. Yeah, it'd be out down there over by the lake. So that... well, potentially could be a little bit further. I'm not sure. It's tough to tell. Yeah, you see it as well. Probably looks better for you since you're on the 24. It's pretty awesome though. Alright, 24 minutes to go. At 14,000 feet, we're going to have about a 14-minute descent. We generally target about 1,000 feet per minute on the descent, give or take. So what we'll need to do is pick an approach going into Tampa in maybe the next 6 to 8 minutes. And we get that set up and then we'll get a couple minutes and can start. So yeah, pretty much right off the left wing now. Yep, definitely it. Now that we're looking down there. Because that's the lake right there. So yeah, you've got the airport and the racetrack. It's pretty awesome. I want to say there's also about the halfway point for the flight today. In fact, if we pull this up and just look here. Yep, 5168. Okay, so we're, yeah, not quite halfway. Just a little bit further to go. Why is this repeating? Come on! What's going on with my YouTube today? There we go. We're actually starting to get a little bit of a view of the Gulf Coast up here, as you can see. Little bit of haze looks like coming up over here. Got an airport right down here. Actually not sure what this one is. AGR. MacDill Air Force Base Auxiliary Field. Interesting. I did not know that. Alright, just under 20 minutes to go. Let's go ahead and grab the weather at Tampa. We should be close enough that we can pick it up. No. And we're right about the halfway point, so. We've got probably another 4 minutes that we can try to grab it, or we may just actually have to kind of pick a runway and set up the approach for it, and then potentially have to change it if the weather is significantly different than what we would have expected. I don't see that really being an issue, though. The other thing we could do is actually just cheat. It's not really much cheating, it's just actually pulling up the chart. So if we did that right here. So let's go grab the weather down here. 280 at 8, which is basically straight out of the west, and runway 28 is one of the runways here. No ILS approaches, but I do think they have RNAV. But with the weather being as good as it is, we should be able to just do a visual approach. 10 miles visibility, clear skies, 23 Celsius, that is 73 Fahrenheit on the ground, and 30.07 for the altimeter. I think we're looking pretty good. Alright, so here's what we're going to do. Well, we still have a few minutes to set up, but let's go ahead and get this knocked out while we're at it. So what I'm going to do is procedures, select approach, and we're going to go visual 28, very last one on the list. And we'll set up out to there. Load, and let's just see how it looks on the map. And no. Yeah, because it's got us doing that weird circling thing that we're definitely not going to do, so we're going to set the GPS straight to that fix right there. So what we're going to do is scroll down here, direct, enter, activate, and it's going to turn us a little bit, and that is telling us our top of descent right there. And I checked the chart for altitude restrictions. I don't think we're really going to have much to contend with. It's Florida. 1200? No. 1800. Alright, so what we're going to do is just drop this down to 2,000. That'll allow us to start on the descent automatically. We'll make sure that VNav is on. It is. What's going on, Dale? This is too intense. This is pretty chill, actually, tonight. This is a relatively easy flight. And no, that really doesn't do us any help. Wow. Gotta love dropping the sunshade and the sun is just on the edge of it. Ugh. It's not a matter of if, but when. What? Alright, so here's top of descent point, and yep, it is. Start us downward, come on. Alright, now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the power back. Looking for about 35%. Oh, when disasters occur. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't really want to bring it up, but it's if you heard in the news, there was the incident up at LaGuardia last night due to, can't make this up, a plane colliding with a fire truck on the runway. Absolutely tragic. And it was believed to be because of a controller error. Never sent you this radio link? Oh, it's just an unlisted playlist on my channel that I put together to do all my flights and stuff. I can send you a link for it though. Hey, now it works. YouTube copyright free link. Yeah. So I can actually just link the playlist for you. That's a list of the music I use. I don't go through all of it, but a lot of the tracks. Only several of my favorite ones. I kind of need to go through and clean it out a bit, but yeah, that's what I use. Alright, about 10 minutes and we'll be on the ground. And now when you have a constant speed, your descent rate is actually controlled with the throttle. So what I'm going to do is actually bump that up. That is going to lower our descent rate. Make it more gradual, because we're actually dropping pretty quick. We're about 1,300 feet per minute. And we want to be right at about 1,000. So there we are, 900. If we actually wanted to pull that back just a touch. Targeting about 1,000. And if we pull up the map, so this is the way we're coming in, we'll actually get a good view of Lakeland here in a minute. And we'll be coming up around this way. Almost right past downtown Tampa. Right down over here is Peter O. Knight Airport. That is Tampa Executive. Plant City, right out over here, just past Lakeland. And then right over here is Temple Terrace, home of Busch Gardens, Tampa. We might get a good view of that as we're getting set up on that final approach course coming into Tampa. MacDill Air Force Base, St. Petersburg, Clearwater, St. Petersburg, Clearwater Exec. This is Tampa Bay. All of that right there. And then the actual Gulf Coast. Clearwater Beach and stuff. But a quick view outside. And just look at that rose gold glow as the sun is coming down. We're actually pretty close to sunset just here in the next few minutes. In fact, the sun may have already set on the ground. When you go up in altitude, you actually get a glimpse of the sun at altitudes longer than you would if you were on the ground at, not even just at sea level, but at surface elevation, basically. So as we look up over here, I don't think that is Lakeland. No, actually it is. That is Lakeland right up over there. Home of Sun and Fun, one of the largest fly-ins in the world. I think it's the second largest, only below Oshkosh up in Wisconsin. Yeah, so there's some pretty cool stuff to be seen. And as we continue in, we're going to get a better view of Tampa over here. Alright, so right down over that way is going to be Sarasota. And then we're getting more up into North Florida. Orlando would be pretty far out over that way. Kind of up that direction there. Let's go back into the cockpit, make sure we're not missing anything too important at the moment. Let's go ahead and set a couple things up. Fuel switch, boost pump will go on. Alright, and let's bump that power up just a little bit. I'm gonna try to target, be right there along the, pink arrow right there. So that's pretty good. For activate vector to final, the approach should actually be activated, so we should be good. JP, what's going on, man? We'll get a view up over... Oh, I can't really see it at the moment here. But basically up here, it's probably hidden behind the... right there. But Plant City. And Tampa exec should be a little bit further up over there. I bumped that a tad bit. Let's pull that back a bit. I was late because streaming for a whole hour watching a movie on Twitch. All good. So I'm gonna eat. I'll get back on if I can. Alright, JP, well, enjoy your food. And yeah, maybe we'll catch you later. Good to see you. Looks like it's getting a tiny bit bumpy out over here. About a quick view. Ooh, look at that. That's pretty. Sun coming right over the bay. Is this? No, that is not I-4. Can't be. Alright, let's see what we can point out up here. Well, I know with that river and stuff, the curve there, so that's Temple Terrace. I want to say that's Busch Gardens right there. Kind of in that plot of land. But I could be wrong on that. USF 275. Yeah, coming in, we'll be turning final here. And that is downtown Tampa right there. Alright, cool view. Get to see some neat stuff coming in here. Let's go ahead back in. And we're going to pull that back just a little bit. Actually, we're going to pull it back more. Let's try to get the airplane slowed down. Actually going to turn the FLC off. Just try to maintain our vertical speed. Kind of right back up to here. And once we get the airplane below 150 knots, we can go ahead and go the first notch of flaps. We can actually put that up now that we don't have super bright glare coming into our windshield. We're looking there, and we'll go ahead and just drop that. Continue on the approach. We can actually go ahead and go half flaps at this time. We're going to go ahead and bump the power in. Final items, let's see. Landing light is on. Pitot heat can come off. It is plenty warm enough. Boost pump is on. Alright, fuel tank. We still have more on the right, so we're good there. The mixture will go full rich. And I think we're good. So 2.8 at Tampa should be this right here. So I'll be coming in, getting set up for that. And if we grab a really quick glimpse up this way, this all right over here is Temple Terrace. And I am almost certain Let me just grab a quick view. I'm almost certain Busch Gardens would be like right here. Nope, that's it right here. I see it because you can see the roller coaster sticking up. That's pretty cool. What a view. Alright, before we get too distracted, right here we're going to get a really good view of downtown Tampa. And I'm pretty sure the stadium is really nearby to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Got some shipyard, that's Peter O'Knight Airport right over there. And let's go back into the cockpit and shoot the final approach. And here we are. Alright, take the power back. Now we're going to try to get down to... actually going to hand fly this. So let's get the airplane below 110. Full flaps. We'll put the power back in, looking for about 40-45%. Let's trim that out just a little bit there. We're looking to get down to about 80 knots. And we're hand flying the airplane now. Alright, quick set the altimeter. And let me do something real quick here. Activate vector to final. Now once we cross over, that should be set. Alright, drifting off course a little bit here. Oh, let's just circle back around. Not circle, but it's kind of an S turn to get back on course, but we're looking okay so far. Alright, now we have the got the indicator for the visual approach. This purple or magenta diamond that we want to follow, or a little like sideways V, kind of carrot shape. So we're actually a tad bit high, so we're going to take the power out just a little bit. We're also fast, so I do kind of want to bump that down a little bit, but we're looking good. Get about a pretty strong 10 to 15 knot headwind. So it's pretty much going straight down the runway, which is good. Grab a quick view out over there. A view of downtown, just barely past our left wing. If we grab a really quick, like that. Alright, now we've got the little diamond that's shown back up. Take a little bit of power out. Let's trim this airplane back just a little bit.
500.
Yep, 500 feet to go. We're looking pretty good. Let's keep coming down. Keep that speed right about where we want it. Come on now. Come on. Yeah, we're getting a little bit slow, so let's actually add that power back in. Let's just try to level off here. Kind of re-intercept the course. Come on. Why are we getting slow? We're getting some wind shear. A little bit. Alright, back on course. But we're a bit slow. Come in nice and easy. 200 feet to go. We're looking okay. Those lights are the wrong color. Those are supposed to be like red and white, not green. Oh, unless they don't have center line lights. Oh yeah. Yeah, those are just the lead on, lead off. So yeah, they're fine. Alright, let's keep flying in here. Nice and easy. come on. Don't float, don't float. Power out. Eh, not terrible. Could have been a little bit better. And we can actually just go right down here and park. So we'll go ahead and take this left turn. Gonna bring the flaps up. And we'll make the left turn right over here. So that's like all the airline terminals and everything like that. And over here, the GA side. Alright. And we'll turn back this way and we'll just go kind of park, yeah, right over here by these other small planes, or that other small plane. If there's just, yeah, I think it is just the one. Oh, come on, there's a bus in the way. What is it with vehicles in Flight Sim, folks? Like they don't have a clue. Oh, Lord. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually spin this back up around, and we'll park by that other small aircraft. Right up here on the line. Is that a pretty view? Just touched down and it was smooth. Yeah, probably better than mine. Alright. So, parking brake is set. And then let's go ahead and run through a couple last minute things. Landing light off. We'll leave all of that on for the moment. Boost pump off. Alright, now we can go ahead and begin our electrical systems. Shut down. So we'll go ahead and turn the avionics off first. All of those are off, so we're good. Next up is going to be the battery alternators. We'll leave those on. We're going to go ahead and cut the mixture. Okay, so 47 minutes. Yeah, so it did take just a tiny bit longer than I thought it would. But, all good there. Alright, engine is stopped. We'll go ahead and clear the annunciators. Now we'll go ahead and turn those lights off. Magneto switches to off. Or switch. Some planes that I fly it has to. And then the battery switches, and here we are on the ground at Tampa International. Alright folks, hope you enjoyed the flight. We'll be back a little bit later with one up in Alaska, I believe. I'm planning to, at least. I think it's most likely that we will. I get to stay up a little bit late tonight because I get to get up late tomorrow morning. So, I don't know exactly what time I'm going to do that, but probably pretty soon. We'll do an Alaska flight. It's been too long. So, we'll have fun with that. I'm going to take a little bit of a break for now. But hope you all enjoyed that. Welcome back to beautiful sunny. Well, what was sunny. Now is a nice, beautiful, calm, clear sky in Tampa, Florida, folks. Alright, thanks for hanging out. Hope to catch you on the next one. And as always, take care. Stay safe. We'll see ya. And Dino Duke's awesome. Glad you enjoyed the flight. Take it easy, man.